just a little bit away from first pitch. And our pitcher in this game, Corbin Burnes.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Parker Meadows, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And it's even up. Burnes has worked along with mental skills coach Brian Kane since September of 2019. And as well, he reads Harvey Dorfman's The Mental ABCs of Pitching. He reads at least a chapter on days that he starts. Next offering is fouled back. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. And first offering is fouled off. Burnes, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
In the air, right field. Carroll pulls that one down, 2 down. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. Seeing plenty of left-handed bats in this lineup against the righty on the hill.
Yeah, they're looking to ambush, and you wonder if it's going to lead to a big game for them or not. Certainly, it's a nice boost of confidence to think you can get to that pitcher on the mound with all those lefties in the lineup, and with that extra split second they have to react. We'll see how it shakes out here.
Riley Green stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
The 1-1 is fouled off. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, you know, take your base. But seriously,
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Tigers are shut down there, and now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And on the hill, Tarek Skubal. What do you have on him, Chris?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. He takes it to the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, right field. And it falls.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Josh Naylor stands in now and watches strike one. The 0-1. That one pulled foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Gurriel. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's a little bit low. And that one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. That'll make it out of here. That one felt good, and they add a pair. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And first offering is fouled off.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
The 0-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Ball.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
He goes down looking. D-backs add a pair on the homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Truist Park, and now Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter.
Burns back to work. And that's
1-0.
downstairs and outside. Burns, an all-star a season ago. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Check swing called strike. And it's a ball and a strike. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
And that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. This one in the dirt. Carpenter gets his lead at first with nobody out. That's out to center field. McCarthy settles under it. Corrals it. One away.
Batting sixth, first baseman Colt Keith.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. And that's in for a strike. Man at first, one away. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Kicks and deals. And 1-2. Struck him out looking. So 2 down now, and here is Jace Young. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Two outs. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One left for Detroit. They trail things here 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top level guy like this.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
In the air, left side. Green settles under it, and there's one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Randall Grichuk now. Right through there for a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
One out, bases empty. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Two outs, bases empty. Up the middle. Boots it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this. So man aboard. Geraldo Perdomo digs in now. And there's the strike. Moreno, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fly ball to right. And that's the inning. 1 left for Arizona. They're up 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. Rogers goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. Ground ball nailer. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Sweeney. That's off the mark. Ball 1.